I keep hearing that the Great Depression in Canada was worse than the economic times that we're facing at the moment, but I was wondering if that was really true in terms of buying a house. I went on the Stats Canada website to look up the average yearly income during the midst of the Great Depression, and I found that in 1932, the average salary for Canadians was $1,739. To figure out the rough cost of building a brand new home during the Great Depression, I looked on the Sears Archive website to find their homes available in 1932, and I found the price point for a single-family home. If we take a look at the Solis, which is a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, single-family home, you'll see that the price point for that in 1932 was $1,579. That's just the price for Sears to come and build the home on your property. You still have to buy a lot. According to Stats Canada, the average price for a lot in 1932 in British Columbia was $35. We're going to take the price of the Solis home and add $150 to that. That $150 accounts for the potential price of buying land, as well as any permit fees and any additional construction costs and costs to prep the land for building. That brings our cost to $1,729 to build a brand new home in British Columbia in 1932 during the midst of the Great Depression. Estimate isn't very far off because a home in Chilliwack was built in 1912 for an estimated $900, and if we look at the inflation calculator, the price of $900 in 1912-ish would roughly cost about $1,128.81 in 1932. Unfortunately, the Bank of Canada inflation calculator doesn't go all the way back until 1912, but based on this, I feel like our rough estimate of $17,029 for building a brand new home in British Columbia in 1932 is pretty accurate. If we compare the rough estimate of building that brand new home in 1932 with the salary of the average Canadian in 1932, you'll see that the cost of building a brand new home in 1932 was $10 less per year than what someone is making. So hypothetically speaking, if someone in 1932 was able to save every single penny for an entire year and they bought that home, they would have $10 left over. Price of a quarter of an acre in Chilliwack, British Columbia, Canada is currently for sale for $300,000 Canadian. Sears went out of business, but Winton Homes is still building houses, and they have similar designs to the ones that Sears were selling in 1932. Their Hendy home design is comparable to the Solis. It is 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms though, instead of just 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Building the Hendy home would cost $167,955 Canadian, and that doesn't include construction costs because Winton Homes doesn't build the house for you. Now let's add the 2023 lot price with the 2023 house price. After you've paid for the land and the house is going to cost an additional $150,000 to put everything together. Can't forget taxes, which brings the price of the house up to $710,647.10. According to Google, the average Canadian salary is about $68,400 after taxes. The average Canadian saved every single penny that they had in order to save to buy a house. It would take them 10.5 years compared to 1 year during the Great Depression. Basically, what I'm saying is it's much harder to buy a house now than it is during the Great Depression.